You're always filming yourself, and I very rarely get a chance to actually talk with you. Tell us what you think. I mean, it's not a very great turnout for what we've seen in the past. Any of your thoughts, and let us know how you got on when you was doing that thing in was in North London the other night where you got accosted by Antifa.
Okay, well, tonight isn't the biggest turnout. I've decided not to go live because it just seems like a sort of chill and chat. Basically, they've got sort of what is it? Take 5 is the music they've got playing in the background. I've just had a really interesting chat with a policeman. It was strange.
Yeah, I thought he was interesting earlier on because I was up it earlier, and I got the back end of his chat, and he just seems. I can see why he's probably a liaison officer because he's got that little bit about him.
Well, I just said to him, apparently he was on compassionate leave for the entire lockdown period. I went, mate.
Wow.
He was like, yeah, I just missed the family stuff. I missed it all. And I went, what?
Yeah.
I was like, but this, they did this, and they beat me up multiple times. They tried to make me think, I'm very sorry about that. I'm like, this is the modus operandi of the organisation. Like, they look up people for free speech. And I pushed him a little bit on it. And I said, this is how we have a civilised society. This is how we have, if someone upsets you, if someone offends you, carry on living your life. Unless they're harassing you, unless they're chasing you down the street and won't let you go and won't let you live your normal life, then you should be fine. But yeah, I mean, that's how we should deal with things in a civil society, unlike what happened on Thursday, I guess.
Yeah, I did see it. Yeah, I did share it in actual fact, and I thought you actually did well to stand your ground. It did cut out, and I was just wondering if you was okay.
Yeah. So basically, we put out the video today.
Yeah.
So the video is now out. It's got.
Did you put it on the media team?
I think I've thrown it into the media team, and it's got a lot of people are just disgusted by what happened because the signal went. Because I just did it all in a hurry. Literally, we had the event first thing that we got was a phone call saying the police had been in. So it seems like some of this lot have gone in there to intimidate because they advised the venue. So they didn't come to us.
Yeah.
They went to the venue and said, we advise you to shut down this event. So we were told. Right? Then another man turns up. Sure, one guy, he's like, yeah, you can't have this. Right? Then apparently 7 people turned up. And then we get another call telling us 7 people have turned up and pointing cameras in the bar.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? This isn't like a protest or anything. Like this is like a private event within a bar. Like, why are you coming and trying to shut it down? We're shutting down free speech. So they intimidate the staff. The sort of owner and manager were humming and ahhing. Then the next day, the owner, like an absolute coward, pulls out, shafts us. So we've got 24 hours to find a new venue for a Thursday, which is the next day, which happens to be Halloween.
Yeah.
So we got right royally shafted.
You did.
Right? Just screw that owner, absolute arsehole. Sorry.
It's your right, it's live. We are live.
Yeah. And then the manager, it seems, has put out a post calling us severe, and then saying that they're not associated with the far right or any far right political parties. We're journalists. We're going down to do a podcast. Just about all of it was about health. Then we had Whom My Fire and Indie Band playing at the end. But this is what happens with all of the smears. It seems like we've been doing some research. There seems to be some sort of a group involved. And then there seems that Stand Up to Racism may be involved. There seems like Stand Up for Racism. They can say, they do seem like a bunch of racists to me. A local council appears to be involved. And Jeremy Corbyn has come out and denounced, and he gave a comment to this local rag that's got some arms with you. I never even heard of them.
Yeah.
And he's basically denounced the event at which his brother was attending.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So
they're like chalk and cheese, aren't they? But at the end of the day, there is.
We had to. So we went down because we had to redirect people. Because when you put out an event for a month, people are going to turn up. So we had to redirect people. Fortunately, the new venue was about 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we were giving out like
lucky
piece of paper. Like, get the printer right. Let's print a little map, directions, everything. So we were handing them out, and then all of these protesters turned up. But then they just walked around like, oh yeah, we're here to stop the fascists, right? And we were just all like, because we thought, right, it'll be interesting to talk with them and sound them out. And we spent like 25 minutes basically, seemingly sort of undercover, and they were completely assured that we were on their side. It was weird. But then it was like the cat was going to get out of the bag, so I introduced myself to one of them, and he started saying, "Oh, you're a racist." I'm like, "Why have you come down and threatened the staff and everything?" But it seems that there are two different groups. The first group that turned up appears to have been completely legit, peaceful, like they were just going to stand outside, hold some placards, have a conversation, which is cool, right? You can do that, right? But then, whilst everyone was literally chatting, because we've been chatting to these guys for ages, right? So people were sort of breaking up and having conversations, because a load of people just stuck around for a bit. Then this mob, and there must have been like 20 of them or something like that, just come in, nearly all of them in black, all muzzles over their faces.
I was a little bit worried about you for a mo.
Mate, I was worried, but the thing is, like, you can't let these like black shirts win, and they are black shirts. They are fascists. Right? Trying to shut
but they covered their faces, didn't they? They didn't want to show their identities here, so all did they?
Yeah, and then they go round, and what they do is they come up and they start pushing into you, which is just assault. And say, "Oh, but you touched me." It's like, mate, if you go and constantly reach into someone's personal space, this is assault. It's complete harassment. So we were there, and we had this standoff, and I don't know how long it was for. I think it was 15, 20 minutes or something like that. You can see on the video, because we basically put all the footage out from the minute they turned up, and a bunch of little bits that happened beforehand when there was this chatting to show there were sort of two different groups, if you get what I mean. Because I don't want to merge the two groups and say they were one and the same, because clearly there was like these violent bastards, and then there were some other people, and I don't know whether there was a link between them, but I don't want to just associate innocent people who are turning up for a peaceful protest. But yeah, we just had like a standoff because we just went no. And I think if push came to shove, there were 3, maybe 4 of us who would have been, ready to fight in a punch-up. So we're outnumbered maybe, 5 or something to 1. But yeah, it's just one of those where it's like you can't back down.
No, you're in a situation where you can't. I believe that.
Yeah. So,
but Will, listen, I've seen so much stuff you've done. You're all over the country, like myself. We've met each other, all different parts of the country. You do a great job. Your channel's brilliant. So what I'm going to say to you now, give your channel a big shout out so people can tune into you. Tell them where they can find you. And just give yourself a little bit of a big up while you're on live. We've got over 30 odd people watching at the moment.
Oh, beautiful. Well, guys, I'm Will from Resistance GB. We're on YouTube, we're on Telegram, we're on X. Please follow us and share our stuff, especially on X if you can. Because we're trying to grow there, because that's, especially when you've got a viral clip, that'll help people find your videos and find what you're doing with your journalism. Because we, a lot of people just sort of take other people's clips. We actually go on the ground, try and get the footage. I know you do the same thing. And it's a lot harder than just sitting back home and being one of those internet
We know what it's like because we do it and we edit it till early hours in the morning.
Internet commentators get all the fame, right, and they don't do the hard work, right, which is going out and getting the footage.
But this is good because we're actually boots on ground, going out. This is live. This is going out live. It's not edited. It's not recorded, so they can. If they film for 3 hours and film 3 seconds and actually show 3 seconds, that is altered to completely different stories.
Yeah, and I think it is, it's worrying the way that things can be twisted. I do like the fact that with a live stream, you get to see everything that happens.
Absolutely.
I don't always live stream. Sometimes I feel it's not really necessary, but yeah, I do like live streaming. Although the problem with it is, when you're holding like hundreds of thousands of people in your hand, and you need a pencil.
Tell me about it.
And you have to turn to a completely random person. Is there anyone here? Right? Like, you, sir, can you just hold this for like 2 minutes? Right? And you just go darting off. Right?
I think you've done it presumably in the past. I'll be to ask your camera when you've got on somewhere.
Lots of times. Like the other day at the big Tommy rally. I ended up handing my camera. Fortunately, what was it? Hafez Reflex? He was there. So
he's a good guy.
Yeah, I was like, hold this. Because otherwise I would have been a bit stuffed. But yeah, I mean, the longest live stream I've ever done was 12 hours and 20 minutes.
See?
Yeah. So you can imagine that's
Well,
just
that's
go. And it ended getting raided by 6 vans of TSG
Wow.
on Oxford Street in Piers Corbin's squad.
Wow.
And unfortunately, he lost the squad to TSG. But
I remember that. I remember that. I don't know. I thought it was centre point or somewhere like that.
yeah.
But Will, thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you, Alan.
It's always a pleasure, mate. Keep up your good work because you're actually doing a brilliant job. So, Resistant GP, guys, anyone who wants to see, Will, just go onto YouTube, look him up, and you'll find a lot of his videos on there. Good guy, meet with me, and he's also actually on part of the media team that I'm on. Thank you, Will, for that.
Cheers, man.